Eventually, we made it south, and her sister, who lives in the West Bank, got a hold of me, and her brother too, who also lives in the West Bank, lived in the West Bank, and he said, "Go to Khan Yunis the first time. Go to Khan Yunis. Just go to the Red Cross hospital and meet there. That's where they're heading, and hopefully you'll figure out and see each other." And then a couple of hours later, as we're driving, crowds, people are moving with their stuff packed, called again and said, "No, no, don't go to Khan Yunis now. Go to Rafah. Go further south, because you guys are trying to get out of Gaza as soon as possible. So be ready in Rafah, close to the crossing, in case the State Department comes through any second." Um, that's what it did. It certainly is a day that in my head I answered a question of how I've always wondered about how it felt on 1948, where grandparents had to leave their hometowns in historic Palestine and migrate into Gaza Strip as refugees. Um, how could they do that? How did they feel that that was okay? How did they feel that day? And that certainly has been answered now.
My dad kept calling because we want to check. We have to figure it out as, you know.
Need a place.
Yeah. So when he actually, his friend picked up the phone, he said, like, do you have, because his friend, he lives in Spain. He said, we had to move. He explained the situation, and he said, like, ask the guy, asked his friend if you do have, where's the key? So my dad, he didn't even ask him, like, if we can. He said, I remember that. He said, like, where's the key? Because we have no place. We didn't have a lot of choices, actually. So he asked, like, where's the key? And the guy, he was super nice, and he actually told us where's the key, and we went, like, to get it. And then we stayed over there. And after Abood came, we reached out to him. We told him, get your family over here, because also Abood's family, they don't have a place to stay in. So
We couldn't fit everyone from my family.
yes,
It's a single family home.
2 rooms.
By the time,
Small
two
kitchen.
bedrooms,
Yeah.
a small kitchen. By the time we got there, my parents made it. My two sisters with their kids and their
They
husbands.
couldn't, yeah.
There was no space. By the time we arrived also, other people had showed up at the house that the owner of the house knows, and that his wife knows, that they also arrived similar to us, where they started driving and heading there because they know that's a house. They know the owner, and the owner lives abroad or has been abroad, and so they've showed up. And you can't. Everyone is looking for shelter. So somehow we figured out in the single-family home, we split the upper level. They would take it. At least they're more familiar with each other.
And
Right?
ended up
Their family,
40
and
people.
Wafa's family and my family, somewhat familiar with each other, even though some of our family members have never met each other. Like my brother and her cousin's uncle, right? So, and we took the lower level, and it was a total of about 40 of us in that house.
We packed 10 times. Like, we packed, like, every time we pack and go to Rafah border, and then unfortunately we get back to Rafah because Rafah border, they will say, like, they didn't open it. So that happened. Like, Abood went more than me because I have Yusuf. He used to go and check it and call me, like, and tell me, like, Wafa, stay home, do not come, because the Rafah border is still closed. But yeah, we went there, like, yeah, we packed like 10 times, every time packing and unpacking the stuff, and go with hopes, and then come back like this, like, with this negative energy. And